like 20-something years ago.
The original Righteous
Yes,
Brothers?
the original Righteous Brothers. They came from
Bobby
Knoxville,
Hatfield's
Tennessee.
I was going to say, Bobby Hatfield's been dead.
Yeah.
Ooh. Bobby's been dead over 20 years.
Yeah, I was pregnant with my first child when I went to go see them.
Or he might have just passed away. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
been gone a long time.
Yeah, I was
Bobby
pregnant. It
Hatfield.
was like 29 years
Bobby
ago.
Hatfield and Bill Medley, the original Righteous Brother. Now, Bill Medley is still performing as the Righteous Brothers, but he's got his this young guy, good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And I wish the hell I knew his name.
Yeah, I can't remember
find
either.
out his name.
But yeah, it was about 29 years
I'll find
ago.
out for you right now. I got Mr. Google here. Let me find out.
Yeah, it was 29 years ago, and they had a comedian open for him, and it was
Who are
just a
the new
wonderful
Righteous
show.
Brothers? Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Find out right now for you,
Yeah.
kiddo.
That sounds great.
Okay, here we go. That's his name. I got him. His name's Bucky Hurd.
Oh, okay.
Bucky Hurd. Let me tell you something, man. Bucky Hurd is fucking awesome.
Well, at least they're keeping them
He is
real life.
amazing. He sounds just like Bobby Hatfield.
Wow.
And you got to hear this kid sing Unchained Melody.
Oh, I love that
It is
song.
awesome.
It's one of my
Where's
favorites.
Mrs.? Where's the
She's
Mrs.
right here. She just slid out of the picture for a sec.
Oh, okay. Well, squeeze a little closer together. I'm going to get you guys on the air, right?
That's one of my favorite songs is Unchained Melody.
Yeah. You want to do this? Want to go live now?
Let's do it.
Well, we've probably been live for like the last 3-4 minutes.
Hey, we had to find out who the Righteous Brothers are now. So
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You're a baby. Jesus. Okay. It's 3 p.m. in Singapore, 4 p.m. in Los Angeles, 6 o'clock in Chicago, and 7 p.m. here in New York City. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog Angelo DeCipio, joined as I am each and every week by the Pitbull herself, Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. How are you, Amelia?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Tonight's Thursday night. What's that mean?
Well, actually, it's a new show. It's called The Dog Pound.
There you go. Hot damn. See, she's good. We got this thing going here.
That's right.
See, everybody thought you were going to say, "Oh, what's the buzz time?" No, not tonight, folks. We got tonight. It's the Dog Pound, our new weekly roundtable. We're going to take a subject matter tonight, and we're going to beat the shit out of it.
That's right.
And to join me in that endeavor, joining me tonight, the brand new host of Blunt Talk Radio, Kevin Blunt.
Kevin Blunt.
What is up?
How you doing, Kevin?
Doing well. How are you?
You're not doing what you say. I'm fucking good, man.
I'm fucking good.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna make a heel out of this motherfucker yet. You are.
I don't know. I have to put him in that dog pound and lock the key or something.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
I gave him a chance to redeem himself on live radio, and he pissed it away. You haven't pissed it away.
No,
but that's okay. But your wife is Sicilian; she'll make up for it. Shit. And Melissa Blunt is with us tonight, as we call her Mrs. B. How you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing well, and my husband has not gotten throat punched yet today, so he's doing all right.
Well, when you get off the air tonight, would you give him one for Amelia and I?
I would love
to. That's two of them.
Or give him one of these, pop across your elbow, across the head.
Wait a minute. Carrie's not here, so she's probably gonna
big ring, so I could just
right.
Carrie's
wait till
not
Carrie
here
gets
yet,
here.
so she might want one too.
Yeah, wait till Carrie gets here. She might want in on that action. Before we begin our show tonight, sad news from the world of professional wrestling. a man who has appeared on our show twice, has left the ring. He has left the ring. Leapin' Lanny Poffo, also known as the Genius, also known as the brother of Randy Macho Man Savage. He has left the ring to go to the great ring in the sky. He was 68 years old. Lanny Poffo left us tonight. Lanny was my friend. We hit it off immediately when we first met. And so, Lanny, rest in peace. Go make God smile, and tell Randy we said hi.
Yes.
Tell Elizabeth we said hi. Tell your father, Angelo Poffo, we said hi. And tell all those that went before us we missed them. Tell Jeff
And
the ref we said hi to.
till we meet again.
Absolutely. So, rest in peace, Lanny Poffo.
Yes.
Tonight we're going to talk about what we've talked about the last couple of nights. We're going to get into this, eavesdropping on everybody else's conversation. So last night, here's the deal. It was supposed to be Carrie and Amelia last night, and it was to start the show, but
Yes.
we were informed rather late, Amelia.
I had something to deal with.
we had to let her go early because it was her anniversary, her wedding anniversary. And that barking you hear, by the way, is Rocky,
Hey, Rocky.
not wanting to go upstairs. Yes.
Rocky woke up.
Yeah. Now he's barking at my wife. Okay. Amelia, can you take care of things for a moment?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we actually got to talk about TikTok and social media, how it's affecting everybody, the children, but basically adults, bullying, how it's affecting kids nowadays. Instead of going outside, playing like we did back in the day, how they're actually stuck to the computer and like 10 hours a day, usually on the weekends, instead of going outside, playing in the dirt like we did.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
parents.
Vile.
Yeah, you remember how it was back then? We used to play in the dirt, and when the lights went on and it was time to come inside.
You knew it was time to come home.
Exactly. We used to get the water hose, get that's what we used to drink. And back then, we used to use just regular phones. We didn't depend on cell phones because there was no such thing.
I'm back.
Hey. I just a little bit of the TikTok. That's what we discussed, and that's what we.
Well, I got news for you. Jerry Lewis already threw Melissa under the bus.
Is he getting that?
He just threw Melissa under the bus. She talks stuff, but she's a
throwing fingers
pushover.
already.
Well, he just blew your gig, sister. I got news.
Remember, I know where you live, Jerry. So I'll come visit you.
There you go. Hot
telling people where people live.
Yeah.
So what happened? Well, where did you leave off, Amelia?
I was just telling them that we didn't, TikTok. We were talking about that, and
yeah. Social media and how TikTok is destroying the world.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that right now, TikTok is either restricted or banned or completely outlawed in at least 7 countries, at least 100 universities, in 5 state workplaces. Hold on a second. And it's growing. The list is growing. Yeah, it's remarkable to think that this thing that was supposed to unite people and be fun was so destructive. But I guess you really can't trust the Chinese because they're, and I hate to throw an entire race of people under the bus, because we got a Chinese restaurant down the street, and I love that woman. She's a sweetheart.
But it's not them; it's the fascist regime running the country.
Exactly. It's exactly right. The problem is they do what they're told, and they're told to institute spyware in their software, and they do, and they integrate it so that you can't uninstall it separately. It's part of the firmware of a product. So if you install TikTok, the app, see, here's what I do. I have TikTok, but I watch it on the browser. on my web browser because I know if something's amiss, I'm going to get the red flag pop up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you download the app, you are opening yourself up to the Pandora's box,
Yes.
you know? And all kinds of shit is going to crawl out that fucking box. If
I
you
saw one of the dumbest things the other day because it's banned on like all these like government devices, and that clown Adam Schiff put out a video on TikTok announcing his run for Senate. I'm like, are you the dumbest person in the room or what?
Who the fuck is Adam Schiff?
He's a congressman that just got kicked off of one of the higher committees. He got kicked off the House Intelligence Committee because.
Well, then apparently he's not that intelligent.
That's what I was going to say.
That ought to tell you everything you need to know. Adam Schiff.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Adam Schiff?
But
I never heard of him.
These are the guys that are running our country again. They have no damn clue.
I assure you, Adam Schiff is not running anything, except perhaps when he's finished, maybe the local dog pound in his local town.
Poor dogs.
Adam Schiff. You need to. It's not if you know his name. Here's the rule of thumb in politics: if you know their name, don't worry about them. It's the people you don't know you need to worry a lot about. The people you don't know, the people you can't see, the people who's nameless and faceless. Those are the people that you need to really, really concern yourself with, because they do more damage than anything that Adam Schiff can do. I assure you. And I don't know who the fuck Adam Schiff is, but I know if you tell me his name, then he's not important.
His claim to fame was the one that was trying to push the Russia hoax when Trump was in office.
Yeah.
But that's all I got about that.
Yeah. Amelia.
Yes.
Your thoughts on politics? You and I have never really talked political stuff.
Not really political stuff, but I cannot stand Biden. I cannot stand that man. I can't believe people voted for him.
Who, Jerky Joe?
They're idiots, whoever voted for him.
Joe.
Yeah.
Jerky Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You know why I call him Jerky Joe? Because he's always doing this. He's like fucking jerking around all the time.
He's got Parkinson's. He can't help it.
And he's an idiot.
He is. He can't stand up.
Mm-mm.
The guy looks like he's in a perpetual state of shit pants mode.
Yeah.
Because he walks like he shit his pants.
And either that or...
I'm not kidding. Or watch the president walk. He looks like he's got a fucking load in his pants.
And
apparently he did at the Vatican. I mean, so they say.
Or whoever
let's talk about that, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring you up on a big screen tonight. Mm-hmm. Tell everybody what you're talking about, because I know what you're talking about.
Well, it's very my knowledge on it is very small, but the rumor is that he had a bit of an accident when he was meeting with the Pope.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think Angelo kicked himself out, but go ahead. Continue talking about that.
Again, I just remember reading it in passing. I didn't get too into the story, but it was the chatter on the news is that he dropped a number 2 when he was meeting with the Pope.
Well, then he came with one colored pair of pants on, and they took him into a room and left with a different colored pair of pants on.
They're also saying too that might not even be the real him too. That he could be replaced by someone else. And if you've seen a lot of videos, they also have seen him speaking to an imaginary person, shaking an imaginary person's hand.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
So they're saying that could be an alien or a robot.
He has this wide-eyed, surprised look that, frankly, a lot of Alzheimer-y people get.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something weird going on with that, because the guy does not look anything like, if you go back and look at videos, even when he was the vice president, he was a lot more coherent, and that wasn't that long ago. So it wouldn't be that much of a jump, because what you went from him until what he is now, it's not that far of it wouldn't be that big of a leap at all to say that it's a different person. It wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Especially
what I missed, anything exciting?
Oh, we were talking about the changing of his pants when he went to that funeral, and then we were discussing. I was telling him, did you see the imaginary friend that he was shaking hands with at one time?
Yeah,
Biden?
I have that clip, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent me. I'm gonna play it some night. Somebody sent me a clip of Mrs. Biden giving a speech because the president apparently couldn't fucking remember where he was. And somebody inserted an ice cream truck.
Yes.
And he just walks up.
Yes. I have that. I fucking, every time I watch that, I laugh my balls off. It's fucking hilarious.
The poor kid standing next to Mrs. Biden, he like gives him the creepy little rub down, and then he just walks off.
Deep fake Joe. By the way, I have serious doubts, folks, whether the guy in the White House is actually Joe Biden.
That's what we're
Take
talking
a look
about.
at his nose and his ears.
That's what Kevin was talking about. His ears that were different.
Yeah, it's not the same guy. He's a robot like Katy Perry. Katy Perry's she's a fucked up bitch.
Oh yes,
that fucking chick is screwed. She's got all kinds of like short circuits in her fucking head.
It's from the Pfizer shot. That's
we did that. We did a show actually showing.
No, there's
Katy
something
Perry
else going on with this show. She's like
Man.
really no, sis. She's serious, like something serious wrong.
Yeah,
serious wrong. I played a clip last week. Remember that, Amelia?
The Rain Man show. Yes.
Here they go. Here he's back. He's back.
Oh my God.
Green Lives Matter. Hello, Vince Russo. How are you?
Oh no, you still can't get rid of that.
I love this guy. He pops in every now and then. I don't know who he is, but I love him. All right. Listen, have a great night. See you later, bud.
Oh,
okay, you're done. Goodbye. I had to put you in timeout now. Facebook user is pissed in himself. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You know, I had, but believe it or not, I'll say it now because I've said it before, so I may as well just, I'll let it out. I had serious reservations during the Obama administration as to the future of Joe Biden.
Yes.
Vice President Joe Biden. Because that guy and this guy, they don't even resemble each other.
No, not even a little bit.
Something wrong. There's something amiss. Something really, really wrong. And one night we're going to take. We actually have a show booked. Amelia, when are we doing that? The deep fake show.
Let's see. We were going to be doing that.
We're doing a show. Amelia and I are doing a show on deep fakes and clones. Now, I know right now, and I can't say how I know or why I know, but I know right now there are 5 world leaders that are not who they say they are.
You were going to either do that on March 14th or 16th. Or you were going to.
I may do it on both.
Okay.
I may make a double episode out of it.
Okay. So you and Kevin talk about it, and then we talk about it again, like on a Thursday.
Yeah, we'll discuss it, you and I. Because I have serious reservations about the future of our country, with regard to leadership, particularly. I saw an interview today, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Henry Kissinger is still alive.
What?
You know who Henry Kissinger is?
I've heard of the name, but it refreshed me on that.
He was during the Reagan administration, wasn't he?
Reagan. Richard Nixon.
Oh my gosh.
Lyndon Johnson.
Jesus Christ. That
John
guy
F. Kennedy. Harry Truman. Dwight Eisenhower. Franklin Roosevelt. He's still alive. Okay.
That's like a Mandela
effect.
Yeah.
No, it's 100. No, it's not a Mandela effect because he was never perceived to be dead. He was just never heard from.
Wow. I
saw this. Son of a bitch. That's Henry Kissinger. It sure the fuck is too. You see, I read people because of what I do. I'm real good at reading people. Those of you who don't know, I'm a bona fide certified psychic and medium, and I'm a profiler. That's what I do. I find stuff. That's my job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great, man. Jerry, you're absolutely right. Kissinger, he
Mm-hmm.
says, is the brains of the whole China trade garbage. He absolutely is. He was the one who drafted the whole fucking thing. That was Richard Nixon's big thing. Business with China. Business with China.
And we're all paying for it now. I never understood how the hell giving all of our stuff to another. It is so upside down. It makes no fucking sense to me. It's never made any sense to me. And we keep signing these.
It only makes sense, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
It only makes sense if you are one of those people that are financially vested. That's the only way and the only time it will make sense. You've got to be financially vested and have the wherewithal for them to give a shit about you, to even acknowledge you, to care about you. You've got to have that kind of money. You understand?
Absolutely.
It's a money grab. It's a money grab. You're never going to understand it because you're not a rich guy. That's the problem. That's the problem. You'll never understand it because you're not rich. I'm going to show you a clip tonight. And this ties right into this. I'm going to show you a clip tonight that should scare the living motherfuck right out of you. Okay? In fact, I'm not even going to wait for it. Let's go right to the clip. Hi, Carrie. How are you?
Sorry I'm late. I had a screaming 2-year-old.
I know. I had a screaming dog. I had to let myself. I had to let my dog up because Rocky was going to get my foot up his ass tonight. Take a look at this, you guys. Watch this.
Hundreds of gas-guzzling private jets took off this week as billionaires from all over the world jetted off to Davos, Switzerland for the ritzy and glamorous World Economic Forum, a week-long event for the ruling class to talk down to the rest of us. And it's not for everybody. It's an invite-only event. And once you do get in, they divide you by class. You get a white badge with a blue line if you're rich enough. You just get a white badge if you're married to someone important. Or if you're just a part of someone's entourage, you get an ugly green badge. You're not good enough. They keep the elites together, and they have their own little police state to make sure these people are focused on ruling the world. If you're not from CNN or the New York Times and you show up uninvited, they'll probably arrest you. And it's all headed up by a guy named Klaus Schwab, who's pretty much running a one-world government here. Not yours.
The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world.
And the way they start is by tracking you. If you go deep.
Did you hear what he said?
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody to listen because you're going to be quizzed on this. And I'm not grading on the curve either. Watch this and listen. Listen like your life depends on it because it does. Listen.
In the weeds and what these people are saying at this place, they're openly scheming up some of the craziest plans you'll ever hear of, like tracking your carbon footprint.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned.
You heard it. The one world government wants to keep tabs on what you eat and where you go. All because John Kerry's a little mad that your cheeseburger is wiping out part of the population.
People forget greenhouse gases are pollution. And 15 million people.
By the way, you guys, you know who John Kerry is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Amelia, you know who John Kerry is?
No.
No, you don't, of course. Okay. Kevin, give me an idea what you think John Kerry is worth financially.
Him not a lot, but his wife is probably worth $200 million.
Why don't you add some more zeros on that?
Well, you're probably right because of the Heinz Foundation or the Heinz Corporation. That's what his wife owns.
He's worth almost $1 trillion.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Okay, he's worth almost $1 trillion. And wait a minute, and he's not even close to the top of the richest list. Okay, listen to what I just said. A man and his wife are worth almost $1 trillion.
Jeez.
And he doesn't even come close to the top of the rich list. Okay? Let that fucking sink in. Watch this.
People a year die because of the quality of the air around the world. We're dealing with a crisis here, folks. It's a crisis made by human beings.
Maybe they should take their own advice before jetting off across the world on those private jets, emitting all that carbon. But to them, they have more important things to focus on, like preventing the next pandemic, since it worked out so well last time.
If it comes 10 years from now, we should have far, far better diagnostic technology.
Let me just say for the record and for the world, Bill Gates is Satan incarnate. I hate this motherfucker with every fiber of my life and being. He is the single most evil individual walking the planet today. Now, you're going to see more of that in a bit, but I want to stop it and let's talk about it. All right. Talking about carbon footprints, talking about fucking food poisoning the environment. Listen to what he's saying. Food poison. Do you know that Bill Gates, listen to this one, and you're going to see it tonight. Bill Gates proposed that we go completely synthetic in the next 10 years with all of our food, our meat, our poultry, our cows, our fish. He wants to create synthetic fish. Now this is a guy that's got more dollars than cents. And cents, I don't mean this kind of sense. I mean sense, okay? Then people want to know why did they call me the fucking mad dog? This is why, okay? Because I can't fucking stand. I can't stand idiocracy.
That's weird.
This is the kind of shit that keeps me up at night.
Yuck.
Okay, Kevin, talk to me.
And he is buying up land in the United States like nobody's business. He is the biggest single owner of private property in the United States. Go look it up. Bill Gates owns land everywhere. He's just buying up farmland like nobody's business. So it'll help him along the way doing what he wants to do with not being able to farm the land because he's going to own all of it.
Bill Gates is a dick.
Go ahead, Carrie, say again.
I said Bill Gates is a dick.
There you go.
He is.
He's a sick guy.
There you go. All because John Kerry's a little mad that your cheeseburger is wiping out part of the population.
I want you to. I'm playing this again because I want you to really listen to what he's saying. He's saying that the food that we eat is poisoning the environment. You can't make this shit up. Listen to him.
Don't forget, greenhouse gases are pollution. And 15 million people a year die because of the quality of the air around the world. We're dealing with a crisis here, folks. It's a crisis made by human beings.
Maybe they should take their own advice before jetting off across the world on those private jets, emitting all that carbon. But to them, they have more important things to focus on, like preventing the next pandemic, since it worked out so well last time.
If it comes 10 years from now, we should have far, far better diagnostic technology. That is, be able to scale up every country within a month to diagnose their entire population. We're a little distracted right now, so getting the debate going is happening slowly.
Yeah, a lot of people are distracted by inflation.
Kevin, did you catch what he said?
Yes.
Tell everybody what he just said.
It's stupid. How do you, for one, the two things about this that pissed me off. One, there were 1,400 private planes that flew over there. So the greenhouse gas argument is gone already.
Go ahead.
And two, how is it causing more emissions when you're eating natural food? I don't understand that.
I get that. But did you hear what Bill Gates just said? Because it got lost on every one of you. I could tell by looking at you. It got lost on every fucking one of you. What he said was, we can diagnose and treat an entire population of a country in 1 month with the technology that we're working on. Listen to what he said. If need be, I'll play it again. In fact, I will anyway. Listen to him.
Our population. We're a little distracted right now, so getting the debate going is happening slowly.
Yeah, a lot of people are distracted by inflation, food shortages, real problems. But the ruling class at Davos says, don't worry, it's all a part of the plan.
We need to accept that there will be some pain in the process. The pace that we need will open up for missteps. It will open up for shortages on energy. It will create inflationary pressures, and maybe we need to start talking about that pain is actually worth it.
If you have all the money in the world, the last thing you have to worry about is inflation. It's our problem, not theirs. They're busy ruling the world. And shady George Soros says if we don't make their ideas a reality, civilization is done for.
Fighting pandemics and climate change.
I want everybody to look at George Soros because I want to out him as the fucking hypocrite that he is.
He's the worst, an absolute vile human being.
You're looking at the guy. You are looking at the man, the single guy right there who is responsible for funding Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
It's his creation and
Yep.
his consortium's creation.
Yep.
That man there has funded out of pocket, by the way, out of pocket, funded Black Lives Matter.
That's bullshit.
Not to say they don't, but you know what? In the long run, nobody matters and we all matter.
Exactly.
Now, if you understand what I just said,
yes,
then you're someone I want to hang around with.
Yeah.
Because
We
what I
all
said
matter.
was profound. Okay?
Yeah.
But you've got to have the balls to understand what I just said. And it's got nothing to do with race at all. Black Lives Matter has to do with control, not race.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Black people are getting sucked up into thinking that this is, their beck and call.
Yep.
That this is their phoenix moment.
Right.
Rising from the ashes. Guess what, Black people? The only thing in those ashes is fire. And George Soros is going to burn your ass. Okay? Watch. Just fucking watch.
Avoiding nuclear war, maintaining global institutions have had to take a backseat to that struggle. That's why I say our civilization may not survive.
Believe it when I tell you, these people don't care about any of us. They're just a bunch of globalists hanging out and coming up with too many bad ideas.
I agree.
And he's
That's
absolutely
true.
He's right.
Absolutely true.
Let's talk about that. Here you go. Jerry, Bill Gates also owns the largest amount of farmland in the country. Yes. And by the way, he's selling off that farmland to the Chinese.
Yeah.
You won't see an American farmer.
I just looked it up.
5 years.
I just looked it up. Bill Gates owns 242,000 acres of farmland, 25,750 acres of transitional land, and 1,234 acres of recreational land for a total of 268,984 acres of land in the United States.
Okay, now take that number and divide it into the mass of the U.S. The U.S. Geography, our land mass. Take that number and divide it in, and see how much land he really owns.
Okay.
Because he's systematically buying the countries. What he's fucking doing.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what he's doing. Okay.
Absolutely.
You want to know who owns the country? They're people that most of which you've never seen, most of whom you'll never know,
Yep.
and people like Bill Gates, who is the poster boy for the Illuminati and NWO.
Yeah, of course.
They'll always have a seat at the table. You know why? Because they can pay to get there. They can pay for their seat at the table. While he's eating his synthetic cow, tell me how you're going to do this one. Because you're going to hear him. You're going to hear him say that. You are going to hear him say that. I'm not even making this up. You're going to hear him say it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure it's not the real eggs and the real cow? We get all the synthetic stuff. And he's just pretending to say that.
You don't even know. Trust me. So, yeah, this is what keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
This is the shit that keeps me up at night. Carrie.
Yes.
You and I are equally politically minded. You and I think alike in that regard.
Yes.
Where's your head on this, baby?
I'm not eating no damn synthetic food.
I'm with you. Fuck that shit. I'm getting a pizza.
I'm not eating. I'm not. I don't eat tofu.
I would.
I don't eat all that fake shit. I gotta need a steak, a real one that moves before you cook it. You know, I'm not doing that bullshit. It's got to bleed, and then I'll throw it on my grill.
Yep, I'm with you.
No,
yeah. I won't eat that fake stuff.
Oh, no, hell no.
Yeah. So, Melissa.
Yes.
Your thoughts. Chime in with the ladies here. Your thoughts politically. Bill Gates, good guy, bad guy. George Soros, good guy, bad guy.
They're both Satan equally.
Absolutely.
I think if the emissions are killing people, what the fuck is synthetic food gonna do to us? Exactly.
Here's how stupid Bill Gates is. Apparently, Bill Gates is so rich that he doesn't have to take a shit after he eats. Well, what happens when you eat?
Yeah.
That's emissions.
Exactly.
I say the entire country tonight after dinner, go outside and take a shit on your front lawn and save the environment. Save the motherfucking environment. Go out and take a dump on your front lawn. That is pure. That is absolutely pure, unadulterated, natural biocarbon, and it's good for the grass. It's good for the dirt. It makes your grass greener and more. And I say you owe it to yourself to take a shit on your lawn.
They've got people. The movie stars, Angelina Jolie, all these big movie stars.
Oh, fuck her, that twat.
Well, I hate her too. I've never cared for her.
Angela sitting on my lawn now.
She's going to shit on her lawn because it's great for the environment. But they've got movie stars and these famous.
Here's what's scary. I'm going to bring you up on
now.
Melissa, I'm bringing you up on the big screen because you just said something. You just opened up the Pandora's box for me.
Okay.
You said something that irks me to no motherfucking end.
Okay.
Celebrities and movies that you will have, and by the way, they are all byproducts of the Illuminati. You're going to hear some stuff tonight.
Oh yeah.
Shitheads.
You're going to hear something tonight from a couple of very, very well-known celebrities who feared for their life, who had to speak in. One was in fucking hiding when he said what he said, okay? Yep. And I'll show you who he is. But one of the things that you said, that celebrities speak, and they get on, and movie stars speak, and they get on this particular cause or whatever. Don't you understand? They're paid endorsement. They're all paid. They're making this is how they make their living. They make their money this way. They have to. They have to kowtow to the Illuminati and NWO, because if they don't, the paychecks dry up and they become washed up and has-beens. I can name to you, I have a list right now of more than 5,000 actors, actresses, singers, dancers, comedians, jugglers who are out of work because they spoke up, including Jim Carrey, who a year ago was making $25 million a year.
Yep.
Who was making $20 million for one picture.
Yeah.
Now he can't get arrested to do a movie because he exposed them and continues to expose them. And he doesn't give a shit. You know why? Because he can afford not to give a shit.
That's it.
Okay?
Yep.
Here's what I say about this. When you have to listen to a movie star or a celebrity for your information, it's time for you to close your eyes, take a dirt nap, and not be seen or heard from it in a long, long time. I would much rather listen to a doctor, a scientist, a politician. I would rather, as much as I can't stand the motherfucker, I'd rather you listen to Bill Gates than Angelina Jolie.
And don't get me wrong, I wasn't listening to her for the factual part. I was listening.
There is no factual part.
No. My daughter was actually showing me that, like, look, they're trying to get us to eat bugs so much. They're tying in celebrities to make it like fashionable. This is the in thing to do.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
And it tied into what you just said, tied into the show last night with Amelia and Carrie, the TikTok generation. We had a show a couple of weeks ago. Someone actually had the balls. Carrie, tell me if I'm lying. Somebody had the balls to say in the chat, don't you do your research? Go watch TikTok. That's what their idea of research.
It's on the internet. TikTok. It must be true.
Yeah, if it's on TikTok, it must be true.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Here's what I say.
Washington made a TikTok about it. It's true.
Well, I have something to say about that. TikTok, suck my cock, okay? There you go. There you go. Let's take a look at this, you guys. Watch. Let's watch.
World order, I think, has its origins in Christian fundamentalist interpretations of the book of Revelation. It's a conspiracy of elites, global elites, who will plot to take over the earth and establish a dictatorship. And part of that dictatorship will be a one world financial order. So that one world order is a political and economic and religious entity which will come to dominate the earth during the end times, the last days. The concept of the New World Order has roots going back hundreds of years. Ideas of the Illuminati and the Masons, secret societies which were involved, covertly involved in politics. But in the present form, it really takes off after World War II with the establishment of the United Nations. Focus on the TSA comes from, I believe, that 9/11 attacks were orchestrated.
The United Nations is not your friend, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely not. And Donald Trump exposed that.
Absolutely. And that's why he refused to speak at the UN. Only when he was compelled to did he actually speak there. And he spoke there one time and one time only. In comparison to Ronald Reagan, who spoke there 7 times. What's that tell you? Interesting, both Republicans.
Orchestrated as part of a conspiracy to establish a police state, and that police state would begin with safety, public safety, homeland security, forcing us to accept new kinds of searches. And
by the way, did you know what Hitler called his propaganda department?
I should know this. I heard this a while back, but I don't remember it.
He called it the Department of Homeland Security.
Really?
Oh, shit.
Yep. Yep.
That is wild.
Go back and look at World War II history. The Führer, Adolf Hitler, I call him the, not out of respect do I call him the Führer. That's what he was. He raised the Führer, literally and figuratively. Adolf Hitler created, almost single-handedly, created the concept of this notion of homeland security. The initial officers were the SS. And people don't understand that. The initial officers were SS. What they did, if you didn't comply, they shot you. So needless to say, they had people complying at record levels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Homeland security was singularly and wholly Adolf Hitler's baby. The other thing that this country adapted was the notion of this, and I want to be careful how I say it because it could get a little racial. No, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Suffice it to say that Homeland Security came from the Nazis, particularly Hitler himself. Let's take a look. Watch.
Violations of privacy which were never possible before. We have had people believing in these ideas of apocalyptic and conspiracy theories for centuries, but with the internet we have not only a means for the rapid spread of these beliefs, but the hybridization of them, so that they now take many forms. One of the most disturbing aspects of New World Order beliefs is that they are no longer the province of a crackpot fringe. It seems that more and more people on left and right have come to accept this notion that the global elites are manipulating us and taking away our rights and plotting to, or conspiring to, abrogate national sovereignty and establish a one-world state.
Okay. Is anything he said out of line?
No.
Nope. Not a thing.
Not a thing.
That man didn't say anything that wasn't untrue.
No.
I mean, that wasn't true. Everything he said was absolutely true. Here we go. Jerry says, we win the war by taking back the culture. It's you're absolutely right. One of the things, who's this? Dawn. All right, Dawn. Goodbye, Dawn. See you later. Okay. I just blocked Dawn, so whoever she is, she's done now. So probably somebody from TikTok. So fuck them. So probably somebody's Carrie. Is your friend Dawn? Okay, well she's done now. Goodbye.
She was talking about synthetic steaks.
Huh?
Yuck.
Yeah, she's done. Yeah. I don't have time for shit like that. I'm done with her. Well, where was I? Amelia, where was I? I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about the just now too. I lost my train of thought too when you were talking about that.
Win the war by taking culture.
Yeah,
yes,
war.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You win the war by taking back the culture. Here is what the NWO and the Illuminati are attempting to do systematically and in big numbers. They're trying to erase our history. Okay? They're trying to erase our history. They're scrubbing they own the internet. They have seized the internet. They've seized the physical mechanism. They have the power to control what goes out. And there are people right now working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, sanitizing the net. Because you can't handle the truth, America, because you're lazy, fat, and fucking stupid. That's what your government thinks of you. That's what the NWO and the Illuminati think of you. You're lazy, you're fucking fat, and you're fucking stupid. Okay? So, if you want, I can get mad for you, but you need to get mad for yourself.
Absolutely.
If you want me to get mad for you, I will. Because I can do it like nobody's business.
I believe that's what Soros is using the Black Lives Matter people for. That's why they're tearing down all our statues, breaking them, painting them. That, like you were saying earlier,
let me tell you something. The Black Lives Matter people, they're mindless droids doing what they're told to do. What you don't know is that they're being paid handsomely to do what they do. Carrie, what you're distracting me. What are you doing, please? Okay, I need you here or I need you gone. Tell me what you're doing. You in or out? Okay, because I'm not going to do this.
I'll leave.
So So good. Then she's done. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what makes me
So
upset
tell
is
me,
that
Kevin, talk to me. We got some intellect here. Talk to me.
And also the thing with George Soros that people need to go look at is look at all of the DAs that he's funded in these towns that they went for the no cash bail and the chaos that it's causing in these towns. I saw a thing the other day that 30% of the businesses in the Mag Mile are sitting empty now in Chicago, which is lunacy. And if you don't put businesses in the good areas of town, there's going to be no businesses in the other areas of town, and no businesses is just going to raise the crime.
There's a reason these businesses are in the shape they're in. They were deliberately set up that way. And I want to tell you why. Because the people who have a lot to gain take a failed business, take empty property, they take empty buildings, and they buy it for pennies on the dollar. From a business standpoint, it's fucking brilliant. From a humanitarian standpoint, it's going to kill every man, woman, and child in the world, because it's not just being done in this country. What you're seeing being done here is being magnified, replicated in every country on planet Earth, bar none, large and small. Because the hands of greed are like an octopus tentacles. They reach out. Okay?
Right.
They just reach out.
Well, I mean,
go ahead, Amelia.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Remember how we always did the abandoned building show not too long ago? That they were buying out, that we saw just abandoned.
Yeah.
I think instead of doing what they were doing, I think that they should, the government should buy the abandoned buildings and turn them into homeless shelters for the veterans and things like that, like they were doing.
Yeah,
before.
but there's a problem though. They can't make any money on them.
No.
Because that would be doing a humanitarian service.
No, they need to get back to that.
They're not interested in helping humanity. They're interested in lining their pockets. Don't you understand?
Yeah, but people like us should be, fighting back.
They want you to be poor, Amelia.
Yeah.
Don't you get it? Don't you get it? They want you to be poor. There's only two classes of people, rich and poor. That's it. There's no middle class. That died in the 70s, okay? That died with Jimmy Carter, the peanut farmer from Georgia.
Yeah. And
yeah, he fucked that one over.
Oh, too bad we can't fight back because we'll be killed.
Oh no, you can fight back, but people have to be willing to martyr themselves. This country didn't become this country without people dying for it.
Yeah.
It can be the country it was supposed to be if people are willing to die. But we raised a generation of fat, lazy, stupid people who want to get paid not to work, who want to sit home and get paid to play video games, who want to stay home and get rich off of YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and MySpace and Twitter and whatever the fuck else is out there. God knows, I don't even fucking know. And nobody wants to hold a real job anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I work out. I work every single day to get people on Medicaid and Medicare appointments. That's ridiculous, right?
Yep.
And I don't think it's right.
It's getting worse, and it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's going
to get 4 or 5 kids. Oh, I have 5 different kids. I'm like, you have how many? And you want how many appointments? I'm like, I don't think so. It angers me when they do that.
It should anger you.
Yeah.
It should anger you, by God.
It's just...
So let's see. What have we accomplished tonight? Well, I managed to get some people fired up in the chat. Good. I managed to get I'm going to have to take her out of here.
Oh.
Done with that. I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. Goodbye. So anyway, yeah, here's the deal. You can fight back. Absolutely. I encourage people to fight back. I encourage people to go outside and take a shit on your lawn.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Take a dump on your lawn out of protest.
And if we have to, we're gonna do our own garden outside. We're gonna plant our own little garden of fruit and vegetables if we have to do that ourselves.
Exactly.
And pretty soon, we're not going to have any eggs in the shelves in the grocery stores. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Does it really matter in the long run? Probably not. If you really like eggs, I suppose it matters. But I'm not going to be concerned with whether there's an egg in the store or not.
Well, it depends what you need it for.
Concerned. I'm more concerned, is there a person in the store? That's what I'm caring about. You know, I'm caring is there somebody that has a job that can feed their family? Is there food on the shelves? I don't care if there's an egg in the dairy.
If Walmart,
as long as I got a friend of mine, not a minute walk from where I am right now. He got so fed up, he went out and bought 12 chickens. He's got his own fucking coop in the backyard now.
Now he's gonna have to get a shotgun and protection. Nobody gets them.
You know what he's doing? He's giving eggs away.
Good. I'm glad. That's a humanitarian thing.
You know who I'm talking about? Pastor Steve.
Oh, good. He's a sweetie.
Okay. A fucking pastor giving away eggs. How about that shit? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to look at more shit over here because I like to look at stuff. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Watch this.
Hey, guys. I'm really stressed out right now. It's been coming to my attention.
By the way, does anybody know who that is?
No.
I'll tell you who he is. His dad is Tom Hanks.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's Tom Hanks' son. His name's Colin Hanks.
Okay.
Listen, that a lot of Trump supporters have been figuring out the truth about me and my family, you know, being the, you know what I'm talking.
He just showed you he's got an Illuminati tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
That's Tom Hanks' legit son. Google him.
About, and I don't know what to do right now because everything's starting to come to light. I mean, these extremely reliable websites like 4chan, 8chan have been exposing shit.
Believed to have been written by John D. Rockefeller in the 1890s. An illusion it will be, so large, so vast it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive. Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy. Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and covenant.
One thing, you have to give them credit, they're out in the open now. They're out in the open now. They're not even trying to conceal.
You guys know who George Carlin is?
Yes.
Amelia, you know who George is?
Comedian.
Oh, more than a comedian.
An activist.
A prophet. A comedian, an activist. A future visionary.
Somebody that wasn't afraid to speak his mind.
Yeah. Oh, he spoke his mind all right.
Feel it anymore. The owners of the country they bought got their election. They said, we're going to get this election. We put you people in that court for a reason.
Right,
now's
back
the time
to earth for you.
By the way, would you like to venture a guess when this was recorded?
I'm going to say early 90s.
That's what I would say.
This was 29 years ago.
Wow.
Okay. This was 29 years ago. And it was recorded at the Aspen, Colorado Comedy Fest.
Now. Yeah, forget all that stupid. They're out in the open. They're openly driving the bus, and we're all in the back.
There is no national conspiracy to buy elections and control America. Now,
talk about back to earth.
conspiracy, but
You don't need a formal conspiracy.
Right.
When interests converge, these people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them.
By the way, it just hit me as funny. This guy, this African American guy here, he is the liaison for, at the time, Representative Richard Army. Okay. Underneath, did you see what they just put there? Did you see what they put? I want you to see, because I fucking laughed when I saw this. Watch this. His name's Horace Cooper. He's the officer for Dick Army. Now, how would you like to be known as the guy that's the officer of the Dick Army, okay? Because that's pretty much what he is right now. He's a fucking dick. Okay? The big fucking stupid dick.
When interests converge, these people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them, and they're getting it. And there used to be 7 oil companies. There are now 3. It will soon be 2. The things that matter in this country have been reduced in choice. There are 2 political parties. There are a handful of insurance companies. There are about 6 or 7 information things. But if you want a bagel, there are 23 flavors, because you have the illusion. You have the illusion of choice. Right. You don't get the real important.
Did you hear what he said? You have the illusion of choice.
Yep.
You don't have any choice. Let me ask you a question, Melissa.
Yes.
You do the shopping in your house?
I do.
How many different, off the top of your head, how many different brands of products do you buy at any given time?
I'm probably 8 or 10.
Guess what? You're only
probably
buying 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably only a couple in there, actually.
Okay, only 2. You know why? Because there are 2 companies in the United States that make more than 12,000 brands.
Wow.
Okay? More than 12,000 brands. From name brands to the knockoff brands.
Yeah.
And there's one company that makes cigarettes with more than 100 varieties of cigarette. One company.
Really? I did not know that.
The same company that makes Marlboro makes Viceroy. Same company that makes Marlboro makes Pall Mall. That makes USA. The same company that makes Marlboro, the name brand, is the same company that makes the knockoff brand, Pyramid or USA or Gold or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what you're paying for. You're giving this 1 or 2 companies your money under the auspices that you think you have a choice, but you don't. You never did. Watch.
There's no freedom of choice.
Denver International Airport.
Here you
They
go,
put it in your
Amelia.
face. Wizards drilling.
We just did this one.
Yes, we did.
We just did this one. I found this today. The Denver International Airport. We just did a big show about it. Little tongue in cheek, but guess what? They're hiding in plain sight. They're using humor to deflect what's really going on in Denver. Watch.
In holes and tunnels.
Well, I recorded it twice. Watch.
It's in your face. Denver International Airport. They put it in your face. Wizards drilling holes
And my landing
tunnels.
pad.
Here you go, Melissa. Talking about the celebrity influence, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to look at these celebrities. And finally, here's the funny thing about this. It's the rap community that's waking up. It's the rap community that's waking up.
Okay.
It's not the white boys in the suburbs, it's the black brothers in the city that are waking the fuck up. And we need to listen to them. Watch.
Okay.
Just fucking watch this.
Okay, guys, the time has come. I'm just gonna break it quick, clean, get it done with. Doesn't matter that I signed a blood oath.
You guys know who Dan Reynolds is?
Yeah,
You know the band called
Imagine Dragons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay, yeah.
that's the guy who formed Imagine Dragons. That's the lead singer guitarist. His name's Dan Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay, listen to him. He's about to go on stage, but he's fucking hiding right now.
Doesn't matter anymore. The Illuminati's real. I'm a member. It's how Imagine Dragons got famous. I'm tired of the politics. This puts me at great risk putting this out here and telling you guys this, but I believe in full honesty, and Beyonce is not talking. Chris Martin, nobody's saying a word. So there it is. There. I'm going to give you all the details as quick as I can. The president, Elon Musk, vice president, Harry Styles, treasurer, Beyonce, Taylor Swift is historian, and that's all I know. That's all I know.
Wrote a book called The Great Reset, and he's the head of the WEF. That's the World Economic Forum.
All right, we saw this piece of shit once. We're going to see him again. The head of the World Economic Forum.
Spoke today at the G20 meeting. This is what he had to say.
Of course, if we look at all the challenges, we can speak about a multi-crisis. An economic, a political, a social, an ecological, an institutional crisis. But actually, what we have to confront is a deep, systemic, and structural restructuring of our world. And this will take some time.
All right. Did you hear what he said?
Restructuring of our world, and it's going to take some time.
He said destructing our world. Okay? Destructing, not constructing. Destructing.
So it's going to kill a lot of people off, and then...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what his plan is. But greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Okay? And it came from a book a lot older than the one this motherfucker wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look.
And the world will look differently after we have gone through this transition process. Politically, the driving forces for this political transformation, of course, is the transition into a multipolar world, which has the tendency to make our world much more fragmented.
Should leave little doubt in your mind that everything.
We have the power to make this world much more fragmented. Okay? I want you to understand what that means. You know what fragmented means, you guys?
Broken apart?
Broken apart. Yeah, that's exactly what his intention is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a lot of rich motherfuckers behind him with an estimated value of all these people in excess of 90 Google. You know what a Google is? It's a one with a million zeros behind it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You know that we have a search engine called Google?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever look at the bottom of Google where it spells out the name Google? It says Goooo, and it just keeps on going? Watch
I never really
it
paid
sometime.
attention to it.
That's what a Google is. A Google is a real number. It's a one with a million zeros. These people have a combined estimated worth of more than 70 billion Google. Now, I can't even calculate what 70 billion Google is. But it's a lot of motherfucking money is what it is.
Gee.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you figure out, Kevin, you have to get it. You and Melissa will have to get a calculator and try to figure out 70
I know, right?
billion Google is.
This happened over the past 3 years has absolutely been planned.
Wow.
Watch the symbolism. It's the in thing to do, Melissa. You referred to it earlier. It's the trendy, hip, fashionable thing to do. Everybody's now popping Illuminati symbols.
Yeah.
They're all doing, the all-seeing eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's the thing now. What they don't understand is they're playing with fucking fire, like hot, red hot, white hot fire.
Yeah.
You're gonna see. Watch. Okay, let me show you again. I want you to take a good look at that. Take a good look at this. Look at everybody that's flashing the Illuminati symbol. And then look at the last picture. That's the Queen of England, the late rest her soul, the late Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's sitting on a throne. You see what's above that throne?
Yep.
There are two symbols inside that. The Illuminati, the Illuminati the Illuminati triangle is, of course, is clearly marked. Inside there is the seal of Satan. Is literally the seal of Satan is at the what do you call it?
The pentagram.
The top of the throne there. I guess the yeah. Okay, and so there should be no doubt in your mind as to where who's running things and where the power is. Okay, but here's the thing though, people don't get. They may have all the money, they may have all the perceived power, but there's more of us than there are of them. If we can unite the way they can, see, money brings things together. Money begets money, okay? If we took all the poor motherfuckers in this country and got them all together, we would win not only the battle, but the war.
Around the same time that John D. Rockefeller seized U.S. media, he also hijacked U.S. medicine. When it was discovered that drugs could be produced from petroleum, America's top oil mogul ordered his army of propagandists to invert reality accordingly. Medicines used for thousands of years were suddenly classified as alternative, while the new, petroleum-based, highly addictive, and patentable drugs were declared the gold standard. After buying a German pharmaceutical company that manufactured chemicals of war for Adolf Hitler, Rockefeller leveraged his political influence by pressing Congress to declare natural healing modalities unscientific quackery. Rockefeller then took control of the American Medical Association and began offering massive grants to top medical schools under the mandate that only his approved curriculum be taught. Any mention of the healing powers of herbs, plants, and diet was erased from around the same.
You see here the illusion that medicine is a good thing. Everybody thought, well, medicine is great. It'll help people. It fixes them. Well, yeah, it does if you have like real medicine. But if you are one of those people that were forced to use John D. Rockefeller's idea of medicine, which was all, by the way, petroleum based. I don't know, because I'm not a doctor, but you tell me how you get well using petroleum-based medications.
Right?
Makes no sense.
You need herbs and
No,
plants
it
and stuff
doesn't
like
to
that.
me, but again, what do I know, right?
Amelia, I heard right at the end any mention of herbs and things like that to heal yourself was kind of wiped out right towards the end there.
Yeah,
Which is-
the
You need herbs
notion
and
was
plants.
they were, even now today, and I want to tell everybody, if you go on eBay, Amazon, the web restaurant store, if you go on looking for plant-based products, they're in very, very short supply and they will not be replenished. They are eliminating, I don't know who gave the order, but eBay, Etsy, Amazon, and the web restaurant store, the four that I know of, are eliminating all web-based, all plant-based products and medications and supplements. They want you to buy the junk shit, and they're getting rid of the good stuff.
Correct.
That's the problem.
And
that is the problem.
I heard they were trying to pass a bill that anyone that was caught making their own medication out of herbs and whatnot, or growing herbs to make their medications so they didn't have to take over-the-counter meds or prescription meds, they could be charged with the same kind of drug charge, like if you were selling heroin or something like that. That's what they want to make it.
I can tell you there's one state that got ahead of the curve on that. I'm lucky enough to live in that state, New Jersey.
Really?
Because, because it's completely legal in here. Not only highly legal, but highly encouraged. You can buy cannabis in this state legally. In fact, right now I have about 3 ounces that I'm looking at.
And Colorado, you can as well.
You can in Colorado, in California, New Jersey. I don't know what I know those 3 for sure. California, Colorado, New Jersey for sure. I don't know what else, but New Jersey got ahead of the curve on that. So we need to talk about this. Let's talk about this. Miel, get in on this here, kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can find like a lot of stores that sell plants and herbs and things like that for teas. Even for teas, you can't even find them anymore. People need them for healing and things like that, for their joints and aches and things. I depend on certain teas like chamomile tea to help, mint tea. And if you, like she was saying, if you get caught growing that, well, I better go hide my mint tea then.
Luckily, you can. You can still, thanks to the internet, you can still get plant-based medications and supplements from Canada, from England, from anywhere in Europe. As long as you're willing to pay for the shipping, you can get it.
It's expensive, the shipping.
It can be. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. I know people that are getting all of their medication, all of it, from Canada. I know people right now, like literally right now today, that no longer go to a drugstore, a pharmacy. They get all their stuff mail order from Canada. Go online, very discreet, very anonymous, get what they want, boom, and it's sent to them.
Correct. The one thing I will not get it from China. Don't get it from China.
Right.
Do not get it from China. You don't know what you're getting if you get it from there.
No.
Well, yeah, true. Kevin, your thoughts on all this craziness? This
I know he's been kind of quiet. Hey, you want to get in the dog pound?
Well, I'm starting nudging them.
There you go.
Well, I just think it's going back a little bit here when we were talking about the thing with the 9/11 and type stuff, is some of the things that they have that they're still using that people were really railing against before, like the Patriot Act and those kinds of things that are still being used.
Patriot Act is the single most divisive piece of legislation. If you want to call it legislation, it wasn't even legislated. It was fucking railroaded to us. It was shoved down your throat by executive order, as a matter of fact.
Yep. And that was.
I'm not a big fan of the Patriot Act in any way, shape, or form.
No, it got morphed. It's just an illegal reason to spy on people. And
yeah, I think
at the very least.
Yes.
That's the good part of it. That's the good part of it. That you can spy on people. It's quite nefarious if you've actually read that bill. You've never read it, have you?
Not the whole thing, no.
I have. It'll scare the fuck out of you. And it should.
Anytime when you have the government. But they just
read voraciously. I read and I absorb like a sponge. And when I see something that makes my skin crawl, I remember it. And that bill made my skin crawl. Because it's fornication on paper is what it is. It's citizen fuckery at its very best. Okay, I had one more video. I'm not even going to show it, to be honest with you. I'll tell you here. Well,
possibility of a new world order emerging after the Cold War. And in recent weeks, I've been focusing not only on the Gulf, but on free trade, on the North American Free Trade Agreement, the Uruguay round, trade negotiations, and the essentiality of obtaining from the United States Congress a renewal of fast-track authority to achieve our goals.
Did you hear that? A renewed authority from the U.S. Congress to fast-track authority to achieve our goals. What he's saying in the most eloquent double talk possible is, I want the money to do what I want to do, to get what I want to get, and get the fuck out of this job so my son can take over in a couple of years, so he can do more damage than I've done. Don't forget, he's the Bush. Skull and Bones, both Skull and Bones members. A long history of Skull and Bones members, okay? Long history of Council of Nine. Very, very long, tight history with the Rockefellers and the DuPonts. Very, very tight. And on top of that, George Bush was an oil man, as was Lyndon Johnson.
Lived in Midland, Texas for a long time.
I think, my mother had an expression, out of everything terrible, something good will come if you look hard enough for it. I think this
you ain't
presents
left
us with
yet,
some
Joe.
significant opportunities to make some real changes. We are at an inflection point, I believe, in the world economy. Not just the world economy, in the world. It occurs every 3 or 4 generations. As one of the top military people said to me in a secure meeting the other day, 60 million people died between 1900 and 1946.
Well, it wasn't
And
secure now.
since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it. So anyway, I'm going to hush up, Mary, fire away.
Huh.
We will implement new rules on pay and bonuses at a global level that reflect actual performance, with no more rewards for failure.
Nothing less than a new world order. This is the pledge of the world's most powerful leaders, representing 90% of the global economy. Thursday's G20 summit, they say, has changed the rules of the game.
Today, the largest countries of the world have agreed a global plan for recovery and reform. This involves the biggest interest rate cuts in history, the biggest fiscal stimulus we have ever seen, the biggest increase in resources in the history of our international institutions.
A total of $5 trillion for the global economy by the end of next year, including $1 trillion for the International Monetary Fund. Staggering figures that the 20 countries, along with international institutions, agreed upon to combat the crisis. The G20 has laid out other measures, too, to firm up a financial system many say enabled the worst excesses of the past.
Jerry says it's funny we used to have neocons, now it's neocoms. You're absolutely right, brother. You're absolutely bright. I mean, you're right. You're bright and you're right. I'll tell you what. Interesting show tonight. Was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I had to block a bunch of people. I'm not even going to. You know, it's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a shame. I think what I'm going to do is we are never going to use the chat again. I'm going to get Michael and Jerry and the people I like. I'm going to give them links to the show so they can actually come on the air with me and talk.
Have them as panelists on the show.
I will have them as a panelist on the show. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because and I hope that Carrie is listening out there. Carrie, you will not be invited back. Thank you very much for your service. We will not be invited back. And I'm eliminating at least one show, and I'm going to consolidate some stuff. You just helped me make up my mind. So there, I'm going to air my dirty laundry because that's what I do here. It's an open forum, and that's what we do. Amelia, tell everybody what's coming up.
Actually, coming up next week, you were going to be doing a tribute. Actually, I think it was to Smokey and the Bandit on Tuesday. Monday.
I have Sean Bailey joining me, and Sean is a fascinating guy. Let me give you a little. I'm going to give you a little heads up, a little sneak peek at Smokey and the Bandit tribute. Where do you see this guy? It's amazing. He's really funny shit too. Let me show. I'm going to show you. Oh God, here you go. I'm going to show you this one here. Watch. This is where he walks into the restaurant. Okay. Watch this one. Now, these are lookalikes, by the way.
Okay.
This is not Jackie Gleason and Burt Reynolds. Wow.
Glass iced tea. Yeah, okay.
The guy looks like Burt Reynolds.
I'll show you, man.
There he goes.
There you go. Keep the change. Thank you.
Just keep your eye out for that bandit. Let me have a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper and make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry. You want something? We got no time for that crap.
Diablo, Doc.
Taking that, lady.
You're welcome. You must be in a hell of a hurry, huh, Sheriff?
You got your ass on that, boy.
You get there, you got a mess there. Don't wait for an officer.
Much fire.
Who are you chasing? Somebody chasing you?
Nobody chasing me, boy. I'm chasing a goddamn maniac. From all the way from Texarkana, all the way here.
What is it? Bank robber?
Bank robber? Bank robbing baby shit compared to what this dude was doing. Almost killed 20 law officers driving through people's backyard. knocking down mailboxes, got a broad in the car, took her across state lines, and that's a manhunt. And I don't think he's got a permission, and that's kidnapping. How's that for hygiene?
Not too bad, huh?
Not bad at all.
That's funny. I try not to laugh.
These two guys, they do. It's called The Ultimate Tribute to Smokey and the Bandit. And I
That's
saw this and went,
hilarious.
holy shit, does he look like Jackie Gleason?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God damn, man. This is, I'm going to show you. I'll show you one more video. I'll show you one more. Here you go. It's a short one, so you got to watch.
Hello there, Wayne. Happy birthday, you sumbitch.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
That is fantastic.
This guy has got him spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Spot on.
That's
Neil,
so
what else
funny.
we got coming up?
And actually on the 7th, I guess you and Kevin were gonna, I don't know what you guys are gonna do for the 7th, but you had Hollow Moon on for the 7th.
No, the 7th is Smoking the Bandit.
Okay, you said it was on Monday.
No, Tuesday. We don't
not just say
record on
Monday?
Mondays. We don't record on Mondays. The show is Tuesday, Wednesday, and
Right,
Thursday.
that's what I just said. On
Then why the
Tuesday.
hell would I tell you Monday?
Because you just said Monday earlier.
Stop smoking that shit. It's not good for you.
I'm not smoking that. You just said Monday.
That's the wrong
Good
tea,
for
Amelia.
Listen,
said
if you want
Monday.
me, I'll get you the good stuff from Jersey, okay? I'll get you the good shit.
I said Tuesday, February 7th. I had Hollow Moon on here, but you said no, Smoking the Bandit.
Yeah, Smoking the Bandit.
Yeah, and then I was gonna do.
I want to have a fun show with Kevin.
Right.
I'm gonna give him a chance to cuss a little and say some bitch.
You better do that. I'm gonna have you in the dog pound. I'm gonna be watching.
A lot of some bitch that night.
There you go.
Gonna be a lot of that.
And I was gonna.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys. I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm sorry, Amelia. Were you done?
I was gonna do body shaming on Wednesday the 8th.
Yes, body shaming. We're going to. You're going to be joined on Tuesday. I'm sorry, on Wednesday, by Melissa. So you guys are going to talk about body shaming.
Perfect.
You okay with that? Good.
Yes.
So Melissa will fill in for a little bit, and I'll get you a suitable co-host. Okay, I'll get you a good co-host.
I'm not suitable, but I'll fill in.
Well, no, but you have a home to take care of. I'm already stealing your husband from you.
That's okay. I mean, listen, anytime, take him.
I appreciate it. I don't want to overwork both members of the family.
And then
I'm already giving him a hard time.
And then on February the 9th, we'll be recapping what we do on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we're gonna be Hollow Moon, the part 2.
It's not the Hollow Moon. It's going to be Smoking the Bandit.
On Thursday, February 9th.
Thursday's February 9th is the roundtable.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing.
Oh, we are going to do Hollow Moon.
Yes.
Are you guys familiar with that concept?
I don't. It doesn't sound familiar, but
Okay. I got some homework for you guys to do.
Okay.
okay.
I want you to research Hollow Moon theory.
Hollow Moon theory. Okay.
Go on YouTube and watch some videos, and then do a Google search.
More
I
like
will
a moon. Is it a satellite or artificial moon? A satellite, something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
That's the whole. Yeah. Mhm.
And we're doing that on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
February 9th.
Okay.
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 Got it.
Now,
Got it.
let me say goodbye to everybody. First of all, to those people I blocked on the chat, you deserved it. So there you go. And those who I otherwise did not acknowledge, I apologize for not getting to you, but we only have certain amount of time during the show, and I can't get to everybody. So, but join us again next week. I'm sure we'll get you on, and we'll get you on eventually. Okay, we always do.
Mhm.
We always get everybody on. For Kevin Blunt, Mac Daddy Blunt, for Mrs. Mac Daddy Melissa Blunt, for Amelia the Pitbull Chapman, I'm Mad Dog DeCipio. Have a great weekend. Be safe with each other. Take care, folks, and bye-bye.